And welcome back to the Python plus SQL project for data analysis series. In the last video, we successfully uploaded our real store performance data in PostgreSQL using Python. In this video, we're finally doing what data analysts are paid to do: analyze the data and answer business questions using SQL and Python together. We'll connect to PostgreSQL, run real SQL queries, load the results into Python, and start uncovering insights about store performance. But first, what are we analyzing? So before we touch any code, let's define what we're trying to answer. As data analysts, we don't just explore data randomly, we answer specific questions. So let's answer these 4 questions. Which store generates the highest sales? How does performance vary by region? Which days generate the most revenue? And which stores are the most profitable? So let's jump into VS Code. Here's what we covered in our last tutorial, but I want to create a new file, and I want to call it business_questions.ipynb, which is a Jupyter Notebook file, and enter. So now here I'm going to enter in some cells. Just real quick, I'm in VS Code using Jupyter Notebook. If you're not sure how to download VS Code or the Jupyter Notebook, I have a video showing step-by-step how to download and install. I will link that video in the description below. So once you are here, the first thing we need to do is connect to PostgreSQL. If you don't know how to connect to Python to PostgreSQL, I covered that step earlier in this series, but I'll quickly reconnect so we can focus on analysis. First thing is your libraries. And then we will go ahead and run this. Next, we will do our connection. So here we have our host, which is our local host. The port is a default for PostgreSQL 5432. Your database name, which this is not our database name, so I'm going to change that. If you're not sure what your database name is, you can go to PostgreSQL, go to databases, and our database name is store performance DB. So also with those underscores. So store underscore performance underscore DB. So make sure that's spelled correctly because it is looking for that database. Next is your username, which is usually Postgres for the Postgres. Make sure these are inside double quotations. So enter in your password with double quotations. So I had paused the video and entered in my password and scrolled up. So everything is up here that I ran successfully. So now what we're going to do is we're going to load the data from PostgreSQL into Python. So instead of exploring CSV files manually, Python lets us pull data directly from the database into a data frame. Next, we're going to do a df equals pd.read underscore SQL, open parentheses, query, comma, connect. Now it's reading our SQL query. Now we want to view head of our data, which is the first 5 rows. So df.head, open and close parentheses, and now we will run this. And there you go. Now you have the data from our PostgreSQL database. So I'll enter in a few more lines of cells. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to first look at the data. So this is df.shape, which tells us it's 360 rows and 20 columns. Next, we're going to do a df.info. So this just gives us the information of the data. So each column, rather if it has a non-null value or no value. Also data types. It gives us the 360 entries, which is the 360 rows. And then data columns, 20 columns. Also gives us memory usage. So that's the information of the data. Next, we're going to do a df.describe. So what this does is it gives us our count, our mean, standard deviation, our min, 25, 50, and 75% quartile, and max. And then these are our column names, and it gives us that information for each column. It only gives you the columns that are numeric. So this gives us a quick overview, how many rows, columns, and what kind of data we're working with. So now we'll go to our question. Our first question was, which stores have the highest sales? So we use a df.groupby. Then the store name, these are our column names. We want to see the net sales, which is the sum, and then sort by values, ascending order. And we want to see the head of our store underscore sales data. This tells us which stores are driving the most revenue over the time period. So we'll go ahead and run this. So store name is the error. So let's go back here and see how the store name has a capital S and an N. So now we need to make sure that's correct because we have it all lowercase, store name, and we'll run this again. Net sales. And now it's saying net sales is also undefined. Column not found. Let's go back up here. Let's see, net sales. Here it is, net sales. Again, those capitalizations do matter. So let's do that again. Capital N and capital S. And let's run this again. So here we go. So it's grabbing those two columns, as I mentioned, and Rio Grande Market looks like it's the highest store. Those are the 5 stores that have the highest sales. So we'll go ahead and add another cell to continue on. This is going to be for business question number 2, sales by region. So this helps leadership prioritize regions and is a common executive level question. Next, we want to view this data. So we do region underscore sales dot head and review that. So now we have Southwest, region, South, and Mountain. Now going to business question number 3. So which days perform best? This kind of insight is useful for staffing, promotions, and planning. I'll go ahead and run this. And there it is, which days perform best: Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday, Thursday, and Tuesday. We're going to do a bonus, profitability analysis. This gives high sales, high profit, real-world analysis insights. And we will go ahead and run this. Now what we will do is we'll do one visual. So we import our libraries. For our visualization, we're going to use matplotlib plus py. And we're going to also import Seaborn as SNS. plt.fig. Do we do SNS dot, and then we're going to do a bar plot. And we will go ahead and run this code. Now scrolling down, this plt.title is our title total net sales by store, and it shows here. Our X label is store name, which we have our X label here, store name on the bottom. And our Y label is total net sales, which is our total net sales here. So as you can see, Rio Grande Market has the highest sales compared to all the rest, and Enchanted Circle Store is the lowest sales. So this is why Python and SQL together are so powerful. SQL is great for pooling and filtering data, while Python is great for analysis, visualization, and automation. So together they let you work like a real data analyst, even on large data sets. If you're enjoying this Python plus SQL project series, make sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. In the next video, we're going to take the exact same dataset and answer the same business questions, but this time we'll do it using pure SQL queries instead of Python. This is where everything really clicks and you start thinking like a data analyst. So I'll see you on the next video.